The first time we flew to Santa Ynez, we fell in love with the Central Valley. And it continues to be one of the destinations we visit again and again, a very rare thing for us. But despite this being wine country, we aren't wine drinkers, and we quickly learned that you don't need to be one either to really enjoy Santa Ynez and its surrounding area. We filmed this airport once before back in November, but just like Catalina, a 6-minute video does not do it justice. And on top of that, we knew you guys like to know what to do when you come here to once again convince you why you should visit Irene's favorite airport. And oh, this time we'll even show you the best airport manager of any airport.
Santa Barbara, approach Aero 19039 Hotel requesting VFR descent.
November 39 Hotel, VFR descent at your discretion.
VFR descent, my discretion, 39 Hotel.
Today, our route takes us out of Corona VFR almost directly due west at 8,500. Now, flying in SoCal airspace, we never go anywhere without being on flight following because it's just too congested. And between watching TRACON webinars and meeting an actual TRACON controller through this channel, hey Jason, we learned that they would rather us call them up so they can have eyes on us. And that couldn't have been any more truer, as today when we departed Corona, we were heading straight west and just go north of John Wayne's Charlie, which we usually do. We hadn't even talked to TRACON yet, but we did have them dialed in on the radio. All of a sudden, they called us out directly, which caught us by surprise, but they just wanted us to vector away from the arrival corridor for John Wayne. That had never happened before, but again, even if you're not asking for flight following, do your best to at least have ATC dialed in for your airspace. You never know when they'll reach out to you. So it's November 4th, 2022, and I had just become a full-fledged private pilot. And the ink hadn't even dried on the temporary certificate. Literally, it was like an hour after that I called Irene and we were on our way to a new airport. No, not the one we're going to today, but there's a reason I'm telling you this story, so just stick with me. That first airport was French Valley, coincidentally the airport that we would find Hannah at. But that's a story for another time. The point is, I was wasting no time at all taking advantage of all the privileges my new certificate would grant me.
Santa Barbara approach, section 258 with you passing 11 for 9.
Exit 258, Santa Barbara approach, verify information India.
Now what I didn't know is that it was hard to rent a plane for an extended period of time from my flight school, which I completely understood because the priority was always the students.
Yeah, I was trying to pick up India as we speak. It sounds like you're set up for 25.
Is it 258 affirmative, flight present, heading vectors for VOR, runway 25 approach.
Is 7 available? We're all set up for that at this point.
Is it 258 standby?
Oh.
Is it 258 unable, I've got traffic departing runway 25.
Okay, we'll set up for the VOR runway 7 for section 258.
Exit 258, let's verify it'll be the VOR runway 25.
I'm sorry, VOR runway 25, that's what I meant, 258.
Now, even though I couldn't rent a plane at the flight school, luckily Justin, who was my CFI at the time, introduced me to a flying club, which I knew nothing about. But what I did learn was that as long as the plane wasn't reserved, I could reserve that time slot for as long as it was available.
November 98 Juliet, contact point Lagoon approach 128.65.
12865, 98 Juliet.
Exit 258, descend and maintain 8,000.
8,000 now for section 258.
Now the only difference with the flying club is that it was Cessnas, and I was used to a low wing, so obviously had to get checked out. I got checked out pretty quickly, and 16 days after getting my PPL, on November 20th, 2022, I reserved for 6 hours a 172 in what would be the longest flight of our lives, a whopping 130 nautical miles. I mean, I was so nervous the whole time, and admittingly, upon landing, I completely forgot to use rudders. Luckily, it wasn't windy. I don't know what happened, but don't worry, that never happened again. right, so we landed with our rented 172. We spent the day here, and I remember just counting down the seconds and just thinking, wouldn't it be nice if we just had our own plane so we could spend the night here? And it was because we instantly fell in love with the airport, the town, and we just didn't want to leave, but we knew we had to. But this was also probably the origin of when we knew we had to have our own plane. And today we'll show you exactly why we love this place. We'll give you a quick tour around the airport, take the crew car and head not only to Solvang but nearby towns as well, which led us to one of the most surprising vineyards that we had never heard of with the most amazing fruit we have ever had, all as we fly to Santa Ynez Airport in Santa Ynez, California.
Santa Barbara departure, Centurion 210 Papa 1300, climbing 3000. Centurion 210 Papa, Santa Barbara departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 6000. Climb and maintain 6000, 10 Papa. November 384, contact Santa Barbara approach 124.15.
All right, let's dive a little bit into the history of this airport. So as much as we talk about all these airports being created because of a war, this is not one of those. And what is probably one of my favorite reasons, it was all because in 1946, a group of guys asked the Board of Supervisors in Santa Ynez to purchase 155 acres to start a flying club.
54384, contact Santa Barbara approach 124.15.
Alpha 34, switch 12415, thanks.
Exit jet 258, turn left heading 120.
Left turn 120, 258.
Now, even though they purchased the land in 1946, it wasn't until September of 1949 that the permit was granted to allow flight operations to commence. And in 1954, runway lights were installed. And then in 1957, the runway was lengthened from 2,000 feet to what it is today. Now, the interesting thing is that this airport has always been known to have crew cars, and we'll get into that today. But between 1963 and 1982, the airport had a fleet of Chevrolet Yamans. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. And they were all the crew cars which would help pilots make it into Solvang and Buellton.
November 1939 Hotel, radar service is terminated. Frequency change approved, squawk VFR.
Frequency change approved, squawk VFR, thanks for all the help. 39 Hotel.
Today, the airport is considered one of the best locations for gliders, and it also serves as a staging ground for the Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Department helicopters.
Santa Ynez traffic. Aero 1939 Hotel is 9 miles to the east, inbound for left traffic for 26, Santa Ynez.
Santa Ynez Airport is non-towered with one runway, 0826 at 2,800 feet. And if you're not used to relatively short runways, this one can have the illusion that it's much shorter than it really is. At nearly sea level elevation of 674 feet, it's more than enough runway as long as you fly by the numbers of your aircraft. But of course, always make sure you do your calculations for ground roll on landing. I remember when I first started flying and it seemed like the runway was 1,000 feet long, but it's not. I personally never rolled past the Delta taxiway, which is what we will be exiting on today. Both runways 08 and 26 have PAPIs, which is a great tool, especially for night operations. Finally, there is a very important noise abatement procedure that you will be reminded of when doing run-up for runway 26, and it's to make a left turn heading 210 at the departure end. This airport does have instrument approaches, which include both RNAV and VOR, but note that it is for runway 08 and not the default runway of 26. And it's due to all the terrain you're seeing on this approach. So if you are coming in IFR, just make sure to listen to the radios as current traffic could possibly be using runway 26.
Santa Ynez traffic over 1939 Hotel, 5 miles to the east. Inbound and setting up for the 45 for 26, Santa Ynez.
Now there's definitely weather in this valley. First, it can get cloudy, but the mountains to the west do a pretty good job of holding back the marine layer, so it's usually clear. It does get pretty warm here during the summer, so keep density altitude in mind. And lastly, though it might not be known for it, one thing you have to consider is the winds. And I remember the last time we tried to come to Santa Ynez, we had to divert to Santa Barbara because the winds at Santa Ynez were 25 gusting 30 knots, and it was almost a direct crosswind. So it was a bit bumpy the whole way, especially with the Santa Ynez Mountains, so don't underestimate those strong winds. Now for weather, there is one important tool that I actually did not know about when I first came here, and it's the live webcam, which is extremely valuable, especially when it does get cloudy. Of course, we'll put a link of that in the description below.
Santa Ynez traffic, Aero 1939 Hotel, 2 miles to the east, inbound for left traffic, 26 Santa Ynez.
Now, as we come on this approach, I can't help but to reflect on coming here multiple times and how I've considered entering the pattern directly on the upwind. Because as traffic departs runway 26, when they make a left downwind departure, it can get a little tight, as we also use that same south side of the airport to enter the left pattern. The problem is with the terrain. There just isn't that much room, but if you enter the upwind, it gives the departing traffic ample separation, and we don't have to worry about being so close to the mountains. What do you guys think?
Santa Ynez traffic, RB00 Bravo, we're going to be taxiing from fuel to runway 26 Santa Ynez traffic.
Santa Ynez traffic, Aero 39 Hotel, turning right for the 45 for 26 Santa Ynez.
Now there is no cafe on the field, but that really isn't a problem at all with the number of crew cars they provide, and we'll show you how to borrow one of them after we land.
Santa Ynez traffic, Aero 39 Hotel on left downwind for 26 Santa Ynez.
Now, let's say you're thinking of spending the night. Well, a crew car probably won't work for you. And the first time we came, trying to get an Uber or Lyft took about an hour. Now, it could be better. We haven't tried it since we always use the crew cars. But there is another option that worked great for us when we decided to spend the night. And it was a local whose phone number we actually found on ForeFlight. We gave him a call and he was awesome. He dropped us off on the day we arrived and picked us up on the day we departed. Funny enough, we didn't find him on ForeFlight. We found him on the Lyft app. And it was only after he picked us up that we realized it was the same guy on ForeFlight.
Santa Ynez traffic, Aero 39 Hotel, turning a left base, 26 Santa Ynez.
Now there is an amazing pilot's lounge and we'll show you inside after we land, but know that it is not a 24-hour lounge. But if you're coming in to use the restrooms, they do have porta potties outside for any after-hour visitors.
Santa Ynez traffic, Aero 39 Hotel, turning final for 26 Santa Ynez.
And most importantly, there is fuel here and it's reasonably priced. And if you're spending the night, just show your receipt of at least 10 gallons and you can get a night for free.
Ynez Aero 39 Hotel, short final 26, Santa Ynez.
Santa Ynez traffic, RV 0 Sierra Bravo is going to be line up and wait on 26. Santa Ynez traffic, RV 0 Sierra Bravo is rolling on runway 26. We're going to be a left 210 departure to the southwest. Santa Ynez traffic.
Santa Ynez traffic, Aero 39 Hotel, clear of 26, Santa Ynez.
Now, one of our favorite things to do when coming here is walking the field. And every time we do, we find that everybody is extremely friendly, which really adds to why this place is an amazing airport. Now, though this might all seem like transient parking, what you want to do is remain east of the fuel pumps. And before we actually go park, our first stop is always getting some fuel. And strictly, I think I've discussed this before, is because I like to make sure I have the fuel to let it sit. So when we do check the sumps for any water in the fuel tanks, at least I've given it some time to make sure it's completely separated. Now, I think this is a little overkill because we've actually done a test to see how fast Avgas and water separates. And it's pretty much instantaneous. It really is like oil and water. I don't know, it's just something that I've always done since I started flying. And with some movie magic, we do some instant fuel, and now it's time to go find some parking. All right, we're here now. It's time to go look around at one of our all-time favorite airport stops.
It's my turn.
Your turn. Okay, go.
We're back.
Yeah, if there's one place that gets her excited. Continue.
My number one. Oh,
What?
We don't have any mics.
Oh. Take two. Sorry, I was setting us up for failure. It was my job to get them, and I forgot the mics. But continue on your intro.
We're back to my #1 favorite airport, KIZA.
KIZA. Yeah, we almost didn't come today, but if I say we're coming, we have to come, or else she'll get upset. No, honestly, it was probably something we needed anyways. We wanted to come out here. I think we just discussed it, that we want to share with you guys everything you can do here, but
well, not everything.
Well, not everything, but a lot of the stuff that you should do here, or at least that we think you should. But we had a smooth flight the whole way.
Yeah, it was really nice today.
It was actually really, really nice. We haven't had a good smooth flight in a long time. Summer gets pretty bumpy. We've had fires. Luckily, they look like they've been handled. So the whole flight here was smooth. Traffic was smooth. Radios were calm. But we are excited to be back. What are we doing?
Well.
Okay. She's like a kid.
First, we're going to go get coffee because I haven't had any coffee yet. And we're going to my favorite coffee place. Yeah. Which also happens to have my favorite breakfast burrito. Oh my God. And I know this is like a very controversial topic. So
I know last time we said like one of the best burritos, and then somebody was like, there was some fighting words. But this is the best breakfast burrito.
And we don't really eat breakfast burritos, so we're going to do that. And then we're definitely going into town to get some pastries.
Yes.
Because I have to do that every time I come here.
Right.
And you love your eclairs.
Oh my God, yes.
And then we're going to go visit some ostriches.
Yes. Well, we're going to try. We don't know how busy it is because it is the summer. And the last time we came was Rideau, right?
I think so.
Yeah, when it's not too bad. But yeah, we're going to do that. And then that should wrap it up, right?
Yeah, I think we're just going to kind of head into town and kind of look around and see what's there. And
so a couple of things. We're hoping we see Bodhi, which is the airport manager. And he is awesome. Fingers crossed. And if not, we'll try to put some footage to what he looks like. What else?
So there is like an FBO here that has like a pilot's lounge and is very cool, well stocked, and somewhere you definitely should visit if you come here.
Yes.
Or not if, when.
Right. The one thing we were concerned with, because it's the summer, that is we didn't know if there's going to be crew cars, but there looks like there is. So we're going to do that. We're going to tie Hannah down first, do all our due diligence there, and then show you guys how to get around here when you come visit, because KIZA does it right. And it's one of the things that's hard for some of the airports to do, but man, this is one of the reasons why we love coming here, because we know when we come here, we get to do a lot of things.
Yeah, they make it so easy.
And it's just peaceful. Anyways.
And beautiful.
And beautiful. I mean, you guys can see. It's wine country. So, but we'll head in and we'll show you guys around. There's one thing I do recommend is bringing your own tie-down straps, and there's a big reason for that. And it is because these do not go over the hooks. So they're so bent right now that it's really hard. So instead of worrying about that, bring your own straps and then just tie them. And then just tie them onto the hooks, and then that shouldn't be an issue for you. So now we're gonna go pick up the crew car. We already filled up. Actually, we filled up before we parked, because I have this little thing that I do is I like to fill up, because if there's any water in the tanks, it'll definitely show up in 2 hours since we last filled her up. So it's just kind of like a personal little thing that I'd like to do. I actually already got the crew car, and it's the Ford.
Oh,
the one we always use.
Oh, okay.
So that's our favorite, is that little Ford. I think it's a little Ford Focus, like an old little Ford Focus.
Yeah.
But we love using small cars because they get in anywhere. And they used to only have 2 crew cars, right?
Yep.
And then they just picked up a 3rd the last time we were here. And it's, what is it? Is it like an SUV something? I don't know what it is.
That might be like a Toyota Highlander.
Oh, okay. Like. Yeah, so, but what we did want to show you right now, this is the fuel island right here. And you guys saw where we were coming from. They have 2 100 load lead pumps and then 1 Jet A pump. And the prices are pretty good, $5.39. We're paying $5.99 at home.
Yeah.
So it's really easy. The only problem we did have today was that I didn't get my receipt because it was having issues saying that the number 2 pump was, pending transaction detected for number 2. But then somebody else came in the meanwhile. I was gonna come back, but they might have thrown away my receipt. There's my receipt. Make sure you always keep this closed. It protects it from the sun. So, and they're really easy to use. You just pull them out, push the start when you're ready, and then push the rewind to get the hose back. And that's that. All right. This is a really cool area. Well, this is a peaceful area because it makes it perfect for plane spotting. Let me just show you. And so you can just sit, and here's the picnic area. And it's nice because there is shade. We're in the shade right now. But the best feature about being here, which we might have footage of, is a Bodhi, which is not here. He's not here today.
So for those of you who don't know, and if we haven't said it yet, Bodhi is the honorary airport manager.
I mean, I think he's the real airport manager.
And he is a golden retriever, extremely cute, very friendly, and he is allowed to roam on this side of the gate of the airport. And so usually when someone new shows up, he will be the first one to kind of greet you and say hello. And if you love dogs, it's just an awesome...
Yes, and we love dogs and cats and everything animals. So the funny thing about that is the first time we ever came here, he greeted us. And after that, we were hooked. I mean, that's all you need is a doggo to greet you, and then we're just going to be hooked. Breakfast burrito?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go get breakfast burritos and coffee. So we'll show you where that's at next. So these are the crew cars. They have 2. This is our favorite, is a Ford. They have a Crown Vic, and then they have the other one. Somebody just took the other one. So all you have to do to borrow these cars is put in the code that's on the post right there, each hour over. So it's about $10 an hour. And so we like to be, and that's obviously all honor system, which please donate, because this is an awesome perk that they give us pilots here, and we don't want them to get rid of it. And we always fill up the tank before we come back anyways. So, all right, let's head on over to get some food. Got it? Thank you, love. All right.
So it's not anything fancy.
That's not. This one has a regular shifter. None of that weirdness on the knob right there.
But it's really nice to have this perk.
It really is. Oh, yes. We dream about these when we're not here. They're heavy. I don't remember it being this heavy.
Yeah.
We think there was a different sauce before, or the red sauce. We'll have to verify. That is vinegary peppery, I think. Yeah. But the story about this is I don't like chorizo at all. But we were in a day and I was starving. And we saw that was the only thing that had like protein really. And I was like, what has meat? Whatever, we'll just try it and I'll just suck it up. And then ever since that day, this is all I dream about when we come here is getting this burrito.
Which is so funny because you are not a breakfast burrito.
No.
You are not a chorizo, egg in your burrito type of person.
Irene has the hardest job being married to me and food because I am the pickiest eater you'll probably ever meet. So to try something new is very, very difficult. I'm like a child when it comes to that. I like certain things and that's it. So anyways. Chorizo, eggs, and beans. Is that it?
I think so. I think there's stuff, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
So yeah, anybody want to fight over breakfast burritos, let's do it. This one's like the best one ever. Oh my God, I'm so full. Okay, that was so delicious. Always delicious, except for the sauce change. Was not a fan of that.
Oh, the salsa. Yeah.
Salsa.
I think
It used to be red, right?
Yeah, it was like a red chunky, what kind of chunky salsa? Now it was like creamy and orangey.
Colors mean a lot when it comes to food.
That's how we describe it. Orangey.
What's it taste like? Orangey?
God, I hope not.
So yeah, so we are getting out of here now and going to our next stop. I wanted to see if it's full. What's our next stop?
Ostrichland?
Is that what it's called?
I think so.
Well, we always make them names, so today it's called Ostrichland.
If it's not, it should be called Ostrichland. There are a lot of ostriches.
Trademark pending. So yeah.
I think there's bunnies too.
Oh, that's right. There's bunnies inside the like the entrance area. All right. So yeah, so we're gonna go there. We're actually gonna pass Solvang initially, but it's not that far. It's maybe 7 to 10 minutes.
Beyond Solvang? Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's actually really nice still. And then on the way back, we'll stop off at Solvang, get some pastries. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. So yeah, so that's our next stop. We had, oh, and your coffee was good here.
It was really good. I usually get it's called a honeycomb oat latte. And I usually get it hot because we're usually here in early mornings when it's a little cooler, but it is warm today. And so they offered it cold and I said I'd take it iced, and it was really good. It had cinnamon on top. I think it's made with oat milk and it's like a honey latte basically.
Yeah.
And then you had
just vanilla latte iced.
Which was really good with almond milk, right?
Oh my God, it was so good. Yeah, this place is really good.
And what we like about it is that it's in Santa Ynez proper. It's not in Solvang, so there's like a few less people here.
Yeah.
Than if you were to go into the coffee shops in Solvang, which are all fine and highly rated.
Yes.
We were just looking for something a little quieter and off the beaten path, and this seemed to just like check all the boxes and fit everything that we were looking for. So we are loyal to this place now, and we always come here every time we fly into Santa Ynez.
And they're really nice in there. They're always really nice. I think it's supposed to be a high of 84 today. Definitely feeling that now. But we're out of here. Yes, in case you guys didn't watch our intro and know that we're introverts, that equates to we don't like being around big crowds. That's probably like the worst thing for us. So that's why we like Santa Ynez proper, because it's very calm here. But we will brave Solvang in the summer for some pastries.
Well, because it's so good.
They're
and it's like
really
the only
good.
place you can get like really authentic like Danishes.
Oh yeah. It's a very, I guess like cutesy town.
Oh, he's so cutesy.
Whatever.
So
I knew you were going to say
cute.
something. I knew you were going to say something. So yeah, anyways, we're going to go check out some ostriches. And again, it's something else you guys could do, especially if you bring kids or anything like that. They'll love that. So let's head on over there right now. Now this was a really, really quick stop because once we got here, we realized it was packed. But we just wanted to show you what it looked like and what it looks like to feed the ostriches. Our first time here, there was maybe one car, but it was during the winter, so it was very different. It's definitely a fun experience though. Now, no matter what else we do when we come here, we go into Solvang and always go into Mortensen's bakery. Now they have a ton of different pastries, so whatever your sweet tooth is, you'll find something here for sure. Now, after getting our pastries, we walked around maybe 15-20 minutes. Really, we wanted to go somewhere more quiet, but when you come, seriously, there are so many pastry shops. You will not have a shortage of options. After our failed attempt to go to Ostrichland.
No, it wasn't failed. Anyway, we're on our way to Los Olivos, which is another cute town close by to the airport. I think it's like maybe 10 minutes away from the airport. Yeah. We saw a sign for Buttonwood Farms that said peaches. So
we never actually visited this area, like these, what is it?
Ranches or vineyards and
vineyards, stuff like that. We've never visited anything, and we just seriously saw it and we're like, yeah, why not go visit it?
Yeah, so we decided to stop and kind of check it out. So we're gonna go inside and see what it's all about. Okay, so we went inside of the small little building right off the parking lot for Buttonwood Farms. Like we said, there was a sign for peaches, and we walked in and it looked like it was primarily like a tasting room, right?
It looked like that, yeah.
So they had like bottles of wine, and they were selling like, you know, local honey, wine, candles, the usual stuff. And when I inquired about the peaches, the woman directed me to like a back counter that had this like tray of peaches that were freshly picked from this morning. I think she said she was up at 6 a.m. on the ladder picking the peaches herself. Yeah, so they sell them by the pound. And so we got a pound of peaches, which is roughly what, like 5 or 6 peaches?
Yeah, it's not bad.
And she actually had just taken the stems off of this. I mean, there was leaves and stems, and they look amazing.
Oh, man. Let's eat one. I'll eat one right now.
Which one do you want? Do you want the one that I showed you? That one?
Oh yeah, that one looked good.
Oh my God.
Oh crap.
How was that?
Everywhere. But when in Rome, right? Yeah, look at that. Oh my God, it's seriously really good. I haven't had a peach in like, I don't know how many years.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think it's hard to beat a peach that was just like picked off the tree.
I know.
Oh my God.
That's so good.
I can't tell you how many times we've seen signs on the side of the road like, oh, cherries or avocados, and we've like never stopped. I'm just so glad that we actually stopped and grabbed some peaches. Yeah.
We are done here, and we're gonna keep driving because we're heading to
Los Olivos.
Los Olivos, and we just happened to catch this place on the way, and it was definitely, I think, a place we'd come back to.
Oh yeah.
We are out of here now, though, and continue our trip, and we'll see what else we find. Oh, they have, I think, the whole kitchen and stuff over there. Kind of looks like it.
Oh yeah.
And then out here, you do the chairs, maybe.
Yeah, because it looks like that might be the event center.
Yeah.
Or like the event space.
Right. Maybe this is where they like stage everything.
Could be.
When we left at the peach place, I saw this driveway that had trees going, well, it had like an opening of trees, driveway going, I don't know, probably 100 feet, no, like 200 feet. It was a long, long driveway, and then we had gone to Solvang. There was a lot of people there. There's too many people there. And so I told Irene, like, let's go back and check out this place. And so we ended up coming to, oh, man, I can't remember the name already.
I think it's Rideau.
Rideau. So it's Rideau. Again, it's like probably one driveway over from...
Oh, Buttonwood.
Buttonwood. Yeah, it's right next door from Buttonwood. And it's a really nice, peaceful place. Honestly, I just needed some decompression. And I told Irene earlier, like, we like the wine vibe, but we're not wine drinkers. But it's really nice. They have a lot of seats. And really, if you're into wine, this is probably a really nice spot because they have delicious food. So I got the brunch.
Yeah, Sunday. I think it's only available on Sunday.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right. So it was really good. We got the food and they just said, relax as long as you need to. So they're really nice about it here.
Yeah, there was no rushing or anything to like close out or pressure to buy wine or anything else. So, yeah.
So another highly recommended place. We'll probably be back here. Irene was actually looking for something like this. And we just happened to stumble upon it. I think the airport drive is maybe 5 minutes?
I think so.
5-10 minutes?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, so we just want a quick wrap up here, and we'll see you guys back at the airport, right? Mm-hmm. All right, see you guys there. So before we depart today, we wanted to give you a quick tour around the FBO. Now, the reason we love this FBO is because it pretty much has everything you need. Oil, check the weather, you can get some snacks, you can get some coffee, water, and of course there are restrooms. Now, one of the main reasons we use it for is to do flight planning. And in the summer, especially when it's hot, it's nice and cool in here. So I just spend my time in here for probably half an hour, just doing some flight planning, taking my time, and you can still look out onto the runway. Now they have a very, very active bulletin board. So if you need to look for a plane, I'm pretty sure you can find one here. But that's it. It's an extremely comfortable FBO, especially if you just want to get out of the elements. I'm going to show you a quick spot if you just want to come one day and relax and just look at planes much closer. Again, they used to advertise it at the bulletin board. I didn't check it today, and you don't think they had it.
I don't know. I didn't
really look for it.
I didn't look for it either.
Yeah. So when you come, just head, I guess it would be west, right? Yeah. We're gonna head straight west. I don't know if this is necessarily the official way to do this, or the official way to walk it, but regardless, we'll show you the destination. All right, so we're wrapping up our day here at the very, almost hidden, but really nice viewing area. There's, like I said, a really nice area. Very, very calm. There's no planes right now, and I think it's because it's hot.
Yeah.
It's hot and it's windy, but it's perfect for us, the winds.
I think my favorite stop was the unplanned visit to Buttonwood Farms.
Yep.
I think it was, the peaches are incredible. I think we're taking home 4 because we ate 2 already.
We ate 2, yeah.
And they were so good, and that space was just so peaceful and so
really
nice.
Was. Yeah.
And actually, I think it's going on our list of places to visit when we come here.
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. Even if it's just for the peaches, I'll go back there. So yeah, so that was definitely, I think, a highlight because we had never been. We just decided to try going to somewhere new. Again, we're not really wine drinkers.
No.
But the vineyards are so just serene that we just want to be there and kind of take it all in. And that's what we got in both places, right?
Yeah.
So right now it's, what month are we in? We're in the end of June.
Yeah.
Almost getting to 4th of July. But there are a lot of people in Solvang, so if you're going to go into Solvang, just know that sometimes New Year's wasn't too bad.
No.
You know.
And then during the spring is not too bad.
Yeah.
Especially if you come during the week.
Yeah.
The weekends are always busy.
Yeah. Yeah, but we do love this airport. Great memories here. Our first time here wasn't even in Hannah.
No, it wasn't.
It was in a Cessna 172, a rented Cessna 172. Today we're going to do something different. We're going to head out. We usually make a quick left turn out back to the east, but today we're going to go a little bit west to go out over the ocean. We've never done that before, going over the hills. But again, yeah, this is always a great like single day vacation type place, right?
Yeah, it feels like a complete getaway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though it's not that far. How long did it take us to get here?
About an hour and 5, an hour and 10, something like that. It's really quick.
So it's not too bad.
No.
But it just feels like you're worlds away.
Yeah. Yeah. So we are out. Signing off for this one. We'll see you guys on the next one. So as we depart, we want to start off by showing our appreciation, which is so important for us, for you to know. Let's start with super thanks. This week, we want to thank Chris and Tuffy. Thank you for this amazing support. You guys definitely don't have to, but we're so grateful for it. Next are YouTube members. We want to thank Gary, Pilot Chip, and Ron for your constant support. And finally, we want to thank our Patreons. I'm definitely going to have to redesign this screen to fit you all in very, very soon, it seems. All right, so we want to thank Chris, Tony, Steve, Rich, Phil, Randy, Paul, Gary, Nina, Luke the Pilot, Jeff, Tyler, Michael, Chase, Bob, Maverick, Flyer, Thompson. Thank you guys so much. It seriously blows us away how many of you support us. Thank you. Now there's definitely a lot to do here, and the first time we came we had no idea how much there was, but every time we come to visit we find something new, which is like we rediscovered this area. I mean, it's a great pit stop if you just need some fuel, or you need a break from flying while resting at the picnic area, or you want to come in for the day and just grab some treats, or you want to spend the night. To the team that runs this airport, thank you for making this an amazing stop for every single time we come. You do an amazing job, and it was spectacular the first time we came, and it's still just as spectacular today. We love coming during the off season, but we can't blame the tourists for coming during the summer, and we know it's a really great time for all the businesses. This truly is one of those special airports.
Santa Ynez traffic, Aero 19039 Hotel Team Runway 26. We're a left turn out for a box climb to the west. Santa Ynez.
Santa Ynez traffic, Skyline 7 6 miles to the east, pointing at standard left pattern flying full stop runway 26.
Now, once we heard incoming traffic, we decided to change our departure to left crosswind so we wouldn't have to worry about avoiding each other. So 2 weeks ago now, we released a new Cuyama, and I'll say that Irene was hoping we could present that airport in a way that would make you fall in love with it just like she did. But we were saddened to hear that the runway closed because of the Madre fire. We were really hoping to hear you all having a chance to go experience that amazing airport like we did, but hopefully it's up and running very, very soon. We also learned that many of you had been there when the runway was in worse condition, but it's great to see that it's in much better condition today, and that's all thanks to Blue Sky Center. We also learned that some of you didn't know that this airport existed. Don't worry, like I mentioned, we had no idea either. I know, so shameful, I know. But despite that, I think our favorite thing to hear is that now this airport is on your bucket list. But when you do finally get to go, we really do hope you share with us how it went. An interesting comment we did read was that someone's great-grandfather surveyed the entire land by horse for Arco in the new Cuyama area. And we can't imagine how long that took. And one of Irene's favorite comments was from someone who wasn't even a pilot thinking about driving to New Cuyama. She was ecstatic when she read that.
Santa Ynez, traffic, Aero 39 Hotel, left crosswind 26, Santa Ynez.
Again, we can't thank you enough for these amazing comments because it really does breathe so much life into all these places we visit.
Santa Ynez, traffic, Aero 39 Hotel, going to do the straight out to the west, Santa Ynez.
So today we're giving you guys a really long tail cam. Watch to your heart's content. And the only reason is because we're going to be going down the coast. Because the last time we had a coastal flight, we cut the camera short before we hit inland. And some of you guys wished we just let the camera run. And so today we're just going to give you the entire coast. You guys are so incredible. Thank you for making this community something we never dreamed of. We'll see you next week. Until then, go fly, go discover.
Santa Ynez, somebody rubber, the mile out on the left 45, flying full stop runway 26. Santa Ynez, Skyline, somebody rubber, turn left downwind, flying full stop 26. Santa Ynez traffic, Skyline, something rubber, turn left base 26, left up.
Skyhawk 9 Lima Papa, contact point Magoo approach 128.65. Got 6525, center approach, fly heading 220, vectors descent for Blah. For the RNAV visual, descent to maintain 3000. 6525, one able advised Santa Barbara in sight, 10 o'clock and 12 miles. 6525, cross block, at or above 3000, cleared RNAV visual, runway 25. South 6525, contact tower, 119.7.
Santa Barbara departure, Aero 19039 Hotel, 15 miles west of Santa Barbara, VFR request.
Aero 19039 Hotel, approach their request.
39 Hotel is a PA-28 Romeo Slant Golf requesting flight following to Corona Alpha Juliet Oscar at 7,500.
Aero 39 Hotel, Santa Barbara altimeter 29902 and squawk 4671.
4671, 29092, 39 Hotel.
Aero 39 Hotel, radar contact 5 miles southwest of the Gavia to VOR.
39 Hotel.
This is 66977, approach altimeter 29902. Delta 350 Hotel, Santa Barbara departure radar contact, turn left heading 150, climb maintain 8000. For flight 1480, Santa Barbara approach, altimeter 29902. Delta 0 Hotel, contact LA Center 135.5. Turkey 701 Charlie, Center approach, thank you. Follow the freeway inbound, enter left base, 15 left. Cessna 977, traffic 7 o'clock and 1 mile, overtaking off your left and 500 feet below. A Bonanza has your sight. Columbia 799 Echo Santa Barbara departure radar contact. Cherokee 01 Charlie, contact tower 119.7. November 29180 Sierra Santa Barbara departure radar contact. Maintain VFR at or below 1,500. November 180 Sierra, turn right heading 250. Flight 1480, contact Mugu approach 128.65. Flight 1480, contact Mugu approach 128.65. Good day. November 18 Sierra, cancel altitude restriction. November 18 Sierra, resume mode navigation. Columbia 9er Echo, contact Mugu approach 128.65. Aero Tree 9er Hotel, contact Mugu approach 128.65.
128.65, thanks for the help. 39 Hotel.
You're welcome. Bye, with your request.
Tango 7 Echo Golf and you copy Delhi Center 135.5.
Good evening, Magoo approach, Aero 1939er Hotel, level 7,500.
1939er Hotel, Magoo approach, Magoo altimeter 29901.
2991, 39er Hotel.
I don't know.
907 Lima, contact Santa Barbara 125.4. Good night. 50 Echo, roger. Seven Sierra Kilo, contact Camarillo Tower 128.2. And 7 Sierra Kilo, keep the speed up. We have fast traffic inbound.
Sun Journey 97, turn left at 340.
340, Sun Journey 97.
Sun Journey 907, turn left heading 290, you're 3 from Osesi, descend and maintain 3000 till established, clear to RNAV Zulu, runway 26 approach.
All right, 290, 3000, still established, clear for the RNAV approach, Sun Journey 97.
Mugu approach, November 66977, 7,500.
66977, Magoo approach, Magoo altimeter 29901.
29901, 977.
Sun Journey 907, once established, contact Camarillo Tower 128.2.
182, when we're established, Sun Journey 97, thanks.
50 Echo, traffic for your descent is 5 miles southwest of your position, 4,300 Cirrus, proceeding northeastbound. Kilo Hotel affirmative, turn right heading 140 vectors for the ILS runway 25. Niner Lima Tango, turn right heading 110.
Heading 110, 9 Lima Tango.
Echo, traffic no factor, contact tower. Course. Kilo Hotel, turn left heading 100.